Hello and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, where today we will be doing starting the trial of Maya Fey, who apparently killed her sister. We know who did it, so we need to obviously get to the truth of how it was done. So let's go. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honour. The defence is ready, Your Honour. Mars Edgeworth, I better not show any signs of weakness today, it will be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honour. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder. And we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honour. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honour. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Gotta get my voice. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. I know I did his voice. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon. Nah, even in a hands. Girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record. Now, detective. It was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Okay, here we go. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. A witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. I can't do his gravity voice today, my throat's killing me. The very moment, you say. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, sure. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honour. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Here we go, cross-examining Dick Gumshoe. Who did you say you got a call from? Hey pal, don't play dumb. You know who. Calls from a customer at the Gateway Hotel, right? Across from the crime scene. Okay, hi Prez. Not sure he did much though. Right, please continue. People there already. Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime? Right, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away. Indeed. So, tell us who the two people you found on the scene were. Yes, sir. See, I can do it, but then I can't do it. So I'm just going to do his normal voice for that. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair. You two stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points and press with a little more care. Why is that? What's your reason? Why? We had a witness account describing her. Yes, let's press that one. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah. If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Did I say that, me? I heard you say it. You did say it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? Yes. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honour, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honour. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Oh dear. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Interesting. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor. Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right, okay. I'm gonna press. Did you find any evidence? Now, don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen, I'm getting to the good part. I've got a bad feeling about it. But Felix, you already know what to say. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Then who did write it, Smarty Pants? Who? The killer. The killer? Anyone can see that? Oh. You're saying the killer wrote her own name, buddy, please. She was framed. Uh-oh. Hold on. If that's the case, what is your evidence? I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright. Yeah, pal. Well, Detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found. Do you have proof it was Mia who wrote that? Of course I do, pal. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. What kind of tests were these again? Okay. Well, I hear they take the little bits in the blood that the hemoglobins. Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue with your testimony. Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honor, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah? I look forward to your next evaluation. As should you. Oh dear. That was a mess. Here we go. Let's go to this one. Detective Gumshoe. Do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure, it happens all the time in books and the movies. This isn't a movie, Detective. Oof. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess I haven't heard of many cases. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name, especially the name of her own sister? Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal. Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Order. That didn't go so well. That's right. What do you say? Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. Oh, Christ. Okay. Before she died, I should present that. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note, that she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. It's really what you're saying. What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But, no but, in your way out of this one, detective. Order. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down. Oh, there he goes. Mr. Wright. I beg your pardon. When exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? Oh, shit. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday, at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. Nice taking a bow. I see. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright? You look shocked. Something you want to say? Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will. The evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Oh, okay. Funny how the autopsy changes, Edgeworth. The evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Taking another bow. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Oh, it's Miss May. Miss May, April May. The witness, Miss April, may take the stand. Here she is. Witness, your name, please. April May, at your service. Wink. Oh my gosh. Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? I was in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay and Co. law. That's right, big boy. Oh wow. Please testify to the court about what you saw. Oh Christ, here we go. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. That girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy-witsy. Why is her doing that? That's off-putting. Well, Your Honour, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Wait, Your Honour. Oh, yes, Mr. Wright. What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fay's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. A cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. This time, you'll find out in these games. There is a lot of bad stuff with these guys. Anyway, especially with the prosecution. But you'll find that out later. Why did you do that? Huh? Why? Why what? Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee. What? That's it? She can't get out of this question that easily. I sort of, oh Christ. I had a feeling. Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on me dealing her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Oh, Christ. Order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned. What about poor me? You looked out the window? What did you see? Oh, you got to praise all these. The woman with long hair, that was Mia Fay. Slender, sort of, well, some people might say pretty, if that's your thing. Oh, wow. And the person attacking her was the mousy girl. Mousy girl. How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know. She had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honour. Question. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. Miss May, I'm willing to bet that. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless about this, I mean. Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fay, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. Ah, caught ya. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honour. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Oh, wow. Bro, this is like my throat, all this talk. I'll be fine. I did see everything I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. That clock. The kindest actually clock the thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? How does she know it's a clock? I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. I already know what I'm clicking. Is how does she know it's a clock? We know how she could because of the wiretap. So let's present this. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order. Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Ooh. The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. No, I won't. The questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. If you stop me there, the trial will be over. What? So what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's because I heard it. Yes, I heard it. Say the time. So you've been to the law offices of Fanco? No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. The law offices of Fanco, where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. The wiretap. I'm not satisfied because... You couldn't have rung. She could have. Your Honor, members of the court. It is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. I think it's broken. That clock's busted. You think? Just look at it, Your Honor. Please examine the clock. Oh, see anything interesting, Your Honor? Well, I'm not sure I would call this broken, but I doubt it could ring. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Well, I was wrong, but right at the same time. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat lie. Fat? Oh dear. You never call a woman fat. Tusk. Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clock was removed? No. Impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening, and now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... Um... Uh... Uh... Um... that... I don't know. Oh, What do you say to that? What? I don't rightly understand what's that supposed to mean. I don't rightly understand either. Uh-oh, I think I blew it. Mr. Wright, please refrain from flippant presentations of evidence in the future. Sorry, Your Honour. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... What? It's not that. Is it that? No, it's not that either. What? Am I dumb? I think I'm dumb. I must be dumb, right? Can't be that. No! What the fuck? I'm dumb. I am literally dumb. It's not that. It's not that. I'm early with that. I'm actually useless. What am I overthinking here? Is it that? It's not that either. What? It's not that. What? Oh my god. This is terrible. Am I really that stupid? The only thing I haven't done is wouldn't be that. Oh, it is that. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Ooh, you have a girly phone? Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone and it contains... I actually forgot about this. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order. Defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. So I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. Your Honour, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defence have any objections? Yes. The witness claims she had seen it before. This directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please proceed. Larry made it. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible, everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today. Uh-oh. Oh, she's gone skits. Uh-oh. What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Oh, damn, she's changed her attitude. Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law and the witness will remain calm. Oh. Silly me. Did I, lose it? Yes, I did. Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Yes, Your Honor, allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because the witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. Now we click the wiretap. Have a look at this. I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim Miss Maya Faye's phone, were you not? Your Honour, this is irrelevant. I am not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defence truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah, I think I can. It's simple. Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is there that? Was that the defendant's cell phone? Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Again, what's it this time? It's a clock. Miss April May, you used the wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honour, this is ridiculous. Your Honour, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defence demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May, shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer. It's no fair, all of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is that it? Is that it? That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Why the wiretap? Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity tapping irrelevant? Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defence's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you? Damn, she's good. Well, you're not the first man who's thought that, and of course I can and will. You can't be serious. No way. Way, I say. Way. Oh, and I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night. Why? That's just when I was getting room service from the sweet bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee. Iced coffee. Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. So where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's cell phone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant Maya Fey commit murder. And witness unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defence have anything to say? Well... The defence would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. Something suspicious here and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunk in quite low enough already. Objection! I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognise that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. Thereby you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. Alright, I've got nothing to lose except for, well, everything. Understood, I accept your condition. Fool. You feel right into my trap. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He clearly does look like a bellboy. Oh, is this guy? Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea set looks rather heavy. So without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. Miss May's room service. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. Let's see. The defence may begin its cross-examination. Right, ready. Maya will be finished. How the hell am I going to pull this one off? What exactly is it you do at the hotel? Why? Anything required of me, sir? Check in guests, I check out guests, I clean rooms, I make beds, I even deliver room service, sir. Check Miss May in person. Are you always so prim? Mr. Wright, you will refrain from asking frivolous questions. But... are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Oh, absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in person, Lucy. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and I... point being, I remembered her quite well, sir. Yes, what... He said them. 9 on the dot, you said? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9, the time of the murder. Precisely 9, then. Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy. Like iced coffee, it's exactly 9. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the clock of 9, sir. That's fine. You are sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Yes, sir, as in so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I booked the room service, sir, she, the guest, favoured me with an embracer. Embracer? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir, but not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanour, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget. Oh, for God's sake. It's no good? Is it that it? Bro, he said damn. Finally you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. Protest. Wait. Please wait. Yes, does the defence have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honour, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edwards. Alright, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question. What did I ask him about? Checking. Tell me about checking. Tell me about when you checked in Miss May. Oh, alright, very well, sir. My first thought was that she was a beautiful, beautiful person. She's just my type of girl, so it was a disappointment, really. I see. Excuse me? What exactly was a disappointment? Well, I'm not without chance, sir. Even I'd have little chance with her lover there. What did he say? What did you say? Rather quiet. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Did Miss May check in with another person? Object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Ah, yes, quite indeed. It was the good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth. He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Oof. You fool. He just threw him under the bus. Well, he ain't won yet, mate. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man. Correct? Yes, sir. Then when you brought the room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honour, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Your Honour, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself had an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? Oh, after all, it was you who hid the presence of this other man from this court. Damn. Upstart. Amateur. The accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defence's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, sure. That is all today for the trial of my affair. Court is adjourned. We made it. We made it through day one. Mr. Wright, you were amazing. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. Then again, that other Tony was pretty cool too. That face of his with his eyes wide and trembling lips sent shivers up my spine. If you say so. So what happens with me? Do I get to go home? Well, no, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. to leave. That man with Miss May, he's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that? Anyway, I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her trials won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention centre now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. I'm counting on you. There we go. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. I don't know how much good this will do me at all. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention centre. It's up to me to set her free. To be continued. Yeah. No. So I'm going to end it here because we're going into investigation day 2. So I'm going to end it here. So thank you for watching. I will be back next time with more, where we will be doing the investigation day 2 to find the man that was with Miss May. Thank you and goodbye.